Hey guys, it's Cartoon Fox Guy, and a few hours ago, got to go see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the new animated movie following up from Into the Spider-Verse, and this will be a spoiler-free review, so for anyone who has not seen the movie yet, please feel free to hear me out and get to know my thoughts on the movie. There will be no spoilers in this video, but maybe if you have seen the movie, you'll be interested in my spoiler-free review also coming out today. So, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I'm recording both of these just on the spot, winging it. This movie was absolutely goddamn groundbreaking. I walked out of the theater like I wasn't ready. When I posted online, I was losing my shit. I was going nuts. And I was like, I know I'm going to have to calm down before I record these. But this movie just had me blown away. Its characters and their development in this movie was amazing. And honestly, I'm one who loves action scenes. This movie, I feel, doesn't have as much as the first. But honestly, it worked. I loved that we actually got to let these characters breathe and actually develop themselves. And especially the action we do get at the end of the movie. Oh my god, is it awesome. I think Miles, of course, being my favorite Spider-Man, especially this version, was just fantastic. His growth in this movie just amazed me of what they did with this character. Same with Gwen even. And seeing a lot of the ones we knew, like Peter B. return, having a kid, was such a delight to see. Brought such a big grin to my face, especially being a teenager when I first saw the original Spider-Verse movie. And Miguel O'Hara, if you think he's a beast in the trailer, no, watch the movie. He's like, the trailer makes him look like nothing when you actually see the film. Like, I grew up with Miguel O'Hara, reading the comics, and I've played a few games with him, and he never scared me as like a kid. But like being 21 and sitting in this big theater with all these people, there were a few times Miguel had me like straight up jumping out of my seat because he had his chill scenes, but then he had his like, you knew this guy could easily snap in any second, and there were a few times he did get me, and I was like, oh my god, that did kind of give me a startle. The cameos in this movie, I will not say, but I will tell you there are some cameos, and you will good chance love them. I don't know if everyone will know all of them or understand all of them, but I'm sure most people who are big Spider-Man nerds like I am will know what they are. And honestly, I just think this movie is like a 10 out of 10, and honestly, unrealistically, 100 out of 10, because this movie was just fantastic. This is like a must-see in theaters. If you don't see this in theaters, you're going to miss out big time. Like, even if you end up watching it at home, please, if you want to see this movie, pay the money if you can. Go see it on the big screen. This is how you really should be seeing these Spider-Verse movies, especially this one. This one will blow your mind with what it does, with its characters, its story, it's just things going on, cameos, animation styles. It will take your breath away, because it certainly took mine away. And being a guy who loved and still to this day adores the masterpiece that is Into the Spider-Verse, this movie topped it by times 100 or 10 if you want to be more realistic. I just am a big Spider-Man nerd and might be giving this movie too much credit, but maybe I'm not. I feel like I'm not. This movie is a masterpiece too. I don't know how. I am almost hoping that Beyond the Spider-Verse, technically part 2 of this movie, will do you. Now, I was thinking about, I don't know if it's really a spoiler. This movie does end on somewhat of a cliffhanger, but it actually is a really good cliffhanger. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not too sudden. It doesn't end like so abruptly. It kind of definitely does try to set up the next movie, so it doesn't like have you leaving the theater going, oh, well, that kind of sucked. My movie just ended abruptly. No, you won't feel that. You actually will feel walking out of the theater satisfied, and I can guarantee you, because the movie does well at wrapping together everything in a nice clean bow for you, so that way you are prepared for next year for Beyond the Spider-Verse. So I would love to give Across the Spider-Verse easily a 10 out of 10, unrealistically 100 out of 100, and a 5-star. Just honestly, this movie will go down in history as one of like the best superhero movies of all time. Not like the first one hasn't done that already. So this movie did it as well and killed it. So I definitely recommend you guys go see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse as soon as you can in theaters on the big screen, the way it is meant to be seen.